Oh no. Oh no. What is that? What is that? So it looks like the steering shaft seal on the steering box is leaking and it's getting all over everything. But I do actually take some pride in the spank hauler here, and I have absolutely no fluid leaks. This thing doesn't use a drop of oil, a drop of coolant. We're coming on 300,000 miles. Now's not the time to start getting sloppy, so let's put a steering box in this thing. Decided to try this company, BlueTop. Do all their work right here in the USA. Seems like they know what they're doing. They got a pretty good sales pitch on the internet, and I really thought their pricing was solid compared to what it would cost to get like a crappy like Dorman Reman or one of those ones where, you know, you got to put 3 or 4 boxes in until you get one that works. Initial inspection, splines look good, the threads look perfect. You got to check that on Reman. Sometimes people hammer them, whatever. Steering shaft looks good. I mean, overall, it's a steering box. I don't know what you can really ask from it. Now, my particular truck is a 3-spline. Some of these trucks are 4-spline. Make sure you get the box that's right for you. These pin pulling tools are handy, especially with like everything you got to do on this truck. The inner fender's got to come out, so it's nice to have these. I'll put a link to Amazon for these. They're worth their money. If it's a Duramax diesel, pull out the charge pipe. That gives you nice access right to the top of the box here. On a gasser, you won't have this. So I like to start with the lines, come right over the frame rail. Here they are right here on the top of the box. Fairly easy to get to. I think they're an 18mm. And I broke both of those lines loose and then I snugged them again. Just wanted to make sure they're gonna come apart. I want to do all the dirty work underneath before I get fluid dripping everywhere. With the steering wheel turned a half a turn to the right, you can get up here with an 11mm. Now I turned the wheel back straight and locked it, and if you're lucky, this thing will pry right off the box and not give you a whole big fight. Sometimes you really gotta spread them a little bit and beat them around. Other times it's just gravy. So something else is definitely gonna go wrong on this job because that went really nice. Pull the cotter pin out of the Pitman arm joint, pull that off. Now for me, I'm going to carefully extract this because I want to reuse the Pitman arm. If you're needing a box, you probably need a Pitman arm too. Unfortunately, I just did this like not long ago, so I'm not going to go ahead and replace that. So we're off the Pitman arm with no damage. Now the issue is I can't get the drag link low enough to come off the pinion because the idler arm on the other side is also new and very tight. You got a worn out truck, this thing will fall right off, but we don't have that here. So we're gonna go ahead and wiggle the box up, pull this out because we need to move the box anyway to pull the Pitman arm off. With the box unbolted, we should be able to swing this up now and get it out of there. Beautiful. And then as I rotate it, you're gonna see we're starting to gain access to the Pitman arm nut so I can get the puller on there. 34mm on this. Probably not the right size, but it works. Lock washer. Regular Pitman arm puller, nothing fancy. Also got a link to one of these on Amazon if you need one. Puller on, give it a hit. Out comes an undamaged Pitman arm. And now the steering box is literally just laying up here with nothing attached but the lines. Let's go take care of the lines. So I went ahead and put 2 bolts back in and just got the box hanging in here like it belongs. Now I'm just gonna take those lines off. Nice and easy. That slimy turd is out of there. Congratulate yourself, have a soda. So you're gonna compare this to the new box. Make sure all the ports are the same, make sure the splines are the same. But before you put that box in, you need to flush the lines. It will void the warranty and it's important to do it. Oh! Well, we're gonna try something new here. I was always wondering if you could get the box in with the arm on, so I went ahead and mounted it in the correct orientation. It'll save you even more time knowing if it'll come out with the arm on. Time is money, so If we don't have to do all that pulling and stuff underneath the truck, that's even cooler. Another thing, keep your plugs and caps in until this thing's bolted up. That way you don't have junk, rust falling in here. Well, if you're still watching, it easily fits up there. No problem at all. Steering shaft slipped right on. Pitman arm slipped right in. Bolts went right in. Super easy. If I would have known that before, this would have went from a 35-minute job to a 25-minute job maybe. Literally the longest part of this job is pulling the inner fender and getting boost pipe off. Everything's plumbed, hooked up, filled with GM fluid. I'm gonna start it, let it idle, let it pump some fluid through, keep checking it, keep it full. Try not to get a bunch of air in the system. Cap the old box, put it back in the old bag. Gonna run this steering box back to the UPS store, get my core charge back. So all in all, I've been driving this box for about a week now. Everything's good, I mean, no complaints. It's a steering box, it's tight. No noises, no rattles, no slop. Can't really complain about it. No leaks, everything feels good. So I'm gonna wrap this one up here. If you guys have any questions about replacing your steering box in your GM or Chevy truck, let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching Spank Ranch Garage.